Yo, what is up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel that saves you time on the gaming grind. Let's jump right back into Tales of Arise. Gotta say what's up to chat, man. D-Rock is here. It's Barry. Said first. What's going on, guys? What's going on? Happy Saturday to you, boys. Hope everything's good.
I'm amazed how easily you can move such a giant shield around like it's nothing.
Really? It's not actually as heavy as it looks.
It's really reassuring to have someone like you protecting us, though.
You know, I guess I never realized it before. But looking back, I've always been the sort to put myself in harm's way to protect those around me, even before I joined the Eldermen and Sea Guard. So in a way, using this shield to keep you all safe feels like it's what I was meant to do.
You don't need to worry about protecting me. I don't plan on relying on you.
That's okay. It doesn't matter if you do or not. I don't protect people because they ask me to. I do it because I want to, and because I think it's the right thing to do. That goes for you too, Dohalim.
Me?
Yes. You see, you and I both want the same thing. We have the same goal. That means it's in my best interest to continue to protect and keep you safe as well. Even now.
I'm not sure how much protecting I'll need either, but I appreciate the thought. I'm sure you'll do us proud, Kisara.
Right. You can all count on me.
Alright. Kelzelik's motives.
What was Kelzelik even after in the end?
Isn't it obvious? Clearly he wanted the throne for himself, and was gonna have his goons execute Dohalim to get it.
He had to have known he couldn't hope to defeat a lord. He should have run while he had the chance, instead of holding himself up in the palace.
Maybe he thought he couldn't run? Either way, the outcome's the same.
So he got desperate and decided to go for broke?
One might argue that he was another victim of mine, in a sense.
Huh?
There is no greater calling in life to a Renin than the crown contest, yet I refused to take part. The shock he felt at that must have been truly immense, enough to drive him to revolt, even though doing so meant defying Renin hierarchy.
I know I've said this before, but Danans and Renins wouldn't coexist here if it wasn't for your stance.
But that was no lofty idealism on my part, nor do I feel any pride at what occurred.
Spare us the pity party. You literally just joined us to uphold those ideals.
Shionne?
No, she is absolutely correct. I shall speak no more of my misgivings.
A fish!
I didn't realize there was a pond here.
Yeah, this is Taka Pond. And it happened to have saved my life once upon a time.
What do you mean?
As a kid, I survived life under the past lords by escaping here when I needed to. It's terrible to swim in, but great for catching a bite for dinner away from Renin eyes. Bear in mind, our rations back then weren't enough to live off of. You had to take matters into your own hands if you wanted enough food to survive.
But how did you catch them? With your bare hands?
That might take a while. Fish are prone to swim away at the first sign of trouble. I'd put bait or a lure on a line and use it with a fishing rod. You must not be familiar with fishing if this sounds new to you. Here, let me show you how it's done.
Oh, fishing tutorial. Various fishing points are scattered around Dana, which contain different species of fish to catch. These fish can then be used in cooking, sold for gold, or even unlock new titles, so don't hesitate to try new fishing holes when you find them. Fishing consists of 4 steps: casting a line, luring fish, hooking them, and then reeling them in. For more info about these steps, consult the fishing controls topic.
Yeah! There we go. Anybody could reel in that.
Easy
Not
peasy.
too shabby, friend.
All right.
And that's all there is to it.
Wow. It seems like you need to have good reflexes to catch anything. I don't know if it's really for me.
What?
Kisara? I think I've seen enough.
Oh, sorry. I guess I'm just in my own little world when I go fishing.
Looks like we're going to be here for a while.
That's how fishing goes. You wait for a bite, and then the real battle begins. Miguel told me that different fish live in different regions, and you have to pick the right rod and lure for what you're hoping to catch.
Mm-hmm.
But
Damn.
that doesn't change the fact it's a giant...
My girl got them cheeks going on, though.
Of course, each fish has its own unique flavor, too. And some of them are supposed to be extremely delicious.
When you put it like that, maybe it's worth me trying my hand at fishing after all.
You're just in it for the food.
I was hoping we'd get to fish during our travels. And it just so happens I made sure to grab my brother's old rod before I left Vicente. So, if you ever feel like fishing when we've got a little downtime, just let me know.
Good to
Bet.
hear. Thanks for showing us.
Hey, you gotta say what's up to Ronnie. Show me records of any fish you catch. The more you catch, the more equipment I'll hook you up with. If you need anything, I'm always here. Don't be afraid to come up and talk to me. A fishing expert found at Talca Pond can teach you the basics about fishing. If you show him your fishing notes, he'll tell you where to go to catch fish you haven't found, as well as giving you new fishing gear based on how much you've caught. Yeah, D-Rock, it seems like we're going Final Fantasy 15 fishing. Yeah, like it's similar to Nier Replicant, which we played a few months ago too. Yeah, I guess the fishing system is kind of universal, somewhat. Beginner's Popper, an ordinary surface fishing lure. It attracts fish by splashing water and making noise. Alright, that was pretty cool. What's going on?
Hey. Is it just me, or have those two barely spoken a single word to one another?
I know, right? But after everything that happened with Miguel, is it really any wonder?
Kinda puts a damper on the whole journey though, huh? How long do you think they're gonna keep this up?
If it bothers you that much, why don't you ask them?
Why do I have to ask?
How come you walk together like that?
She really doesn't beat around the bush.
You mean Kisara and myself?
You hadn't noticed? You've been practically joined at the hip ever since we left Vicente.
I guess it's force of habit, most likely. I was always ready to protect him, should the need arise. It sort of came with the job description.
Right. From being in the Elder Menancia Guard. Although, Dohalim's pretty capable of defending himself, isn't he?
Having guards doesn't necessarily mean the one being guarded is weak. No one's perfect all the time.
That's a fact.
So, it's not like they're entirely wrong, Kisara. You're no longer in my employ, after all.
I don't know. I mean, if it's what she's used to and you're both comfortable with it, then who are we to judge?
But she doesn't serve him anymore. It isn't normal for her to keep following him around like she still does.
You know, she's probably right. And a lot has changed over the last few days. I guess it wouldn't hurt to rethink our relationship in light of the new circumstances. Perhaps I'll give it some thought after all. Does that sound all right by you?
Of course.
You might want to stop asking his permission for every little thing while you're at it.
Sorry. It's not that easy, shaking off old habits.
That's right, though.
Probably need a little time to get fully used to it.
Exactly, like, you know, that was like her master or whatever. Let's do the R1s first.
I've noticed that sometimes we come across enemies who fight like you and try to dodge our attacks at the last second.
I hate those guys. I can get some hits in when they move into attack, but otherwise they slip past damn near everything else I throw at them.
If what you're seeking is a way to more reliably hit them, there is a solution.
Try to outclass them on reflexes?
I possess the ability to command Earth elemental beings to some extent. They emerge as the land itself and take root on my command. They will swiftly bind the enemies, at which point you can dispatch them.
Oh yeah.
What he means is that he can make plants grow to hold the enemies in place. At least I think that's probably what he's saying.
I'm glad at least one of us understands him. So basically, if we find an enemy that likes to dodge, we should let Dohalim handle it.
I shall do what I can within my modest means to help.
Thank you.
Why are you looking at me like that?
That armor you wear is standard issue for the Menancian Guard, right?
Originally, I've added some flair to it in a lot of places.
I noticed, especially with that open back.
We guardsmen pride ourselves on never showing our back to our enemies. It's my way of making myself live up to that. Plus, it makes it that much lighter and easier to maintain.
Dohalim, do you have anything to say about this?
Every guardsman is allowed to wear their armor as they see fit.
And you, La?
Huh? Why are you asking me?
The girl said, especially at the back. Yep. I actually meant to press.
Yup.
Alright, 19 minutes.
You okay, Shionne? You're not eating very much.
What's wrong? Do you not like the cheese fondue that you made?
Yeah, I'm used to seeing you more excited about food.
You're not feeling sick, are you?
No, I'm fine. It's nothing like that. It's just...
What?
I guess I just don't understand what the appeal is. We could just as easily put everything on a plate and pour the cheese on top of it instead.
I suppose it lies in being able to decide exactly how much cheese you want. There's also something to be said for enjoying how it all turns out. It's fun.
That's fine and all, but I wish the plate-to-mouth time was shorter.
I think I understand. You don't like having to put in so much effort into eating something, do you?
Yeah, I hear what you're saying. Actually, now that I think about it, you're a way less fussy eater than you look, Shionne.
In my book, there's no one right way to eat a meal. Tuck in, take your time, be dainty or devouring. As long as you enjoy the food, that's what counts.
There's no need to stand on ceremony while we're out camping in the wilderness.
Yeah, you're right. In that case, don't mind if I do.
What the hell?
I've never seen someone dump that much cheese on a meal before.
Talk to someone before sleeping. We can do one of the two new people. I'm gonna do Kisara.
Kisara, let's talk for a bit.
Cause she got that.
Maintaining your shield? It's becoming a familiar sight.
Miguel was the one who taught me how to maintain my equipment after I first joined the Guard. Now, it's just a part of my routine.
Your brother always seems to come up whenever I talk to you.
That's because we had no other relatives, so it was just the two of us growing up. He was my idol, the one I looked up to and wanted to be like. When I became a guardsman, Lagiel wasn't too pleased to see me at first. It was Miguel who really welcomed me aboard.
Lagiel? Oh, right. She was Miguel's second in the Gold Dust Cats, wasn't she?
That's right. She's always been a very critical and down-to-earth person. In other words, the complete opposite of a dreamer like me.
You're more an idealist than some pie-in-the-sky dreamer.
Even so, that's my brother's doing. He'd never let me stop seeing a brighter world. He always did what he could to keep me smiling and happy.
You must have meant a lot to him.
He wasn't just kind, either. He always worked so hard to set an example for me and everyone else around him. He was a true big brother. So much so that when he thought I was asleep, he'd slip out of the house to go training on the outskirts of town.
You seem to know a lot about it.
That's because I only pretended to be asleep and would follow after him. You know what? I'm at a good stopping point with my shield. If you've got time, how about I tell you a couple more Miguel stories?
I guess I'd better get comfortable.
Alright, you're now closer to Kisara.
I'll take watch tonight. It's okay.
Shionne, watch out, Shionne. You got competition now. It's really good. Oh, jeez. What the? This is a pain. Why can't this Zoogle stand still? Perhaps it's time I deploy my secret weapon. I'll stop it right where it stands. Alright, so tutorial for my boy here. So Dolim's boost attack. Grows vines from ground to ensnare enemies and strike them. Effective on fleet-footed enemies. This nullifies their evasive abilities and downs them. Let me see how fast these guys really are though. Like how fast is fast though.
There's nowhere to run from my heart. When he slows down, that's our chance.
It's like trying to keep up with a wall.
Oh, they are jumping around. Oh, okay, I see you. Oh, he got some range on that hit. Whoa, whoa, hold. He's not taking damage, bro. Oh, that's why, because we gotta do the thing. This is a tutorial. Let's do that. There we go. So when fast enemies like wolves or monkeys appear, send in Dolim. His boost attack will nullify their evasive abilities and keep them from dodging attacks. They got fire attacks too.
Say no more.
Say less. They should have made him say less at that point.
Interesting moves there, Dohalim. I'm glad you're on our side.
I'm simply glad to hear that I can make myself useful to you all. Huh?
What's wrong?
We seem to have come across some rather unusual objects.
What, you mean that pile of garbage?
No mere garbage, I assure you. Still, I've never seen anything shaped like it before. I'm intrigued.
Are you curious about this stuff, Rinwell?
Yeah. I think he might have found some old Danon relics. They look like the remains of a bunch of objects that disappeared after the Renans first invaded.
And yet here I am, holding them without so much as a second thought. I imagine this sight must be unsettling to you.
Not really, just that it must be nice to be a Renan who has time to indulge in stuff like that, unlike the rest of us.
Are you interested in this stuff too, Dohalim?
Charmed may be a better turn of phrase. I simply love objects that can give me a sense of what their maker was thinking, the history that went into their creation. You see, we Renans have hardly any such objects that trace back to our distant past.
I still don't understand what you two find so intriguing about it, though.
Why not? We're talking about our own culture here.
I get that, but it's not like this stuff is any use now, does it? It's just old. Real old.
Oh, but it does. Holding it in your hands like this, one can feel and engage with the distant past in a way no history book can ever accomplish.
I'll take your word for it. Well, seeing as it's Dan in history, just make sure you're careful with it. All right, Dohalim?
But of course.
All right, Crocodile Crusher. Let's go down here.
Still thinking about how to act around Dohalim?
That obvious, huh? Except I don't think I'll be changing much after all. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to stay his servant. However, I am going to treat him like a fellow comrade, the same way I would with you or anyone else. For as long as I can remember, I've spent my life protecting others. But isn't that what friends do too? Support and protect one another in times of need?
Which in the end pretty much means doing as you've always done, right? If that's what you're most comfortable with, I'm certainly not going to give you any grief over it.
Yeah, I think
Actually,
she's.
I've
I
been
think it's
thinking
cool.
about how I ought to act around you all as well.
Oh?
When I set out on this journey, it was to rid Eldaman and Sia of its enemies and search for wisdom in the outside world. Wisdom that I could potentially put to use on my return. I'm grateful to you all for letting me tag along, but it got me thinking, what am I actually contributing by being here?
What are you talking about? You know how to hold a weapon, don't you? That's help enough.
Is it though? Sometimes I wish there was more I could be doing to pull my...
What the hell?
Sorry about that. Jeez, I'm famished.
Now that you mention it, what do you guys normally do for food and meals when you're out and about on your travels?
What do you mean, what do we do? We find stuff to eat and eat it. So long as it's meat, I'm not fussy.
Eating what you like can be good for morale in the short term, but you need to think about your diet if you want to stay healthy.
Does that mean eating vegetables too?
Isn't that obvious?
It does, which I guess hasn't been happening up till now.
Yeah, to be honest, we could be eating better than we do.
Understood. In that case, I'll just have to make sure you're all staying healthy and eating right myself. Fortunately, I happen to know a thing or two about cooking as well.
You hear that, Law? Sounds like you'll be eating your greens after all.
Ugh.
What is it?
No, sorry, it's just... I was just wondering if you had any thoughts on all this.
It will do her good to have a project.
No, not Kisara. I meant you. Was there anything you wanted to add?
Me? Certainly you're not looking to me for culinary skill, I hope.
Typical Renan, leaving everything to someone else.
Rinwell, I don't think...
That said, should you need my skills on the battlefield, please rest assured I have no intention of shirking my responsibilities, regardless of who we may face.
I'm sure no one doubts that. Listen, guys, if we're traveling together, we should probably at least try to make an effort to get to know one another, don't you think?
I wouldn't get your expectations too high in that regard. Believe it or not, sometimes I'm not sure I even know myself all that well.
All right. Any R1s? A lesson in manners.
Something wrong? You look like you're deep in thought.
Not exactly. I was merely thinking about you two and your sense of etiquette.
Oh?
Etiquette?
Indeed. To be quite frank, I find your lack of manners to be nigh intolerable.
That's not being frank, that's being and forget it. Do we really need to talk about this now?
Yes, I find such impropriety on your parts to be deeply unsettling. It concerns me greatly.
What do you want us to do? We were slaves. We never got to learn how to be proper like you.
Yeah, what he said. Maybe you missed how we were just focused on surviving.
Perhaps, but Kisara here demonstrates that it's quite possible for a Denon to learn proper manners.
That's because I was given the opportunity to learn. Moreover, my duties as a guardsman required it. Not every realm is like Menancia, as you well know.
Yeah, I don't think it's fair to hold us to some other city standards.
Exactly. You've got to remember what it's been like for us living under the Rena elsewhere.
I will concede that you do indeed make a valid point. It would appear, for all my espousing the virtues of equality between our peoples, I was still looking down on the two of you.
You don't need to beat yourself up. I wasn't that offended by what you said, man.
Nevertheless, I shall mind my words from here on out. Having said that, I do believe you two would still benefit from learning the basics of proper society. I would be more than happy to teach you both when we camp out, if you like.
Yeah, no, I'll pass. Acting all prim and proper isn't really my style.
If you say so. How about you, Law? Would you like to learn? Although I suppose my first task is to reform your attitude toward the idea of good etiquette.
You're not gonna let this go, are you? I just noticed none of you other Danans have spirit cores. Why is that?
Both of my parents were part of the resistance in Calaglia. In fact, my birth was kept a secret from the Renans.
Mine too. We always lived in hiding, so I never had a spirit core embedded in me like I was supposed to.
What about you, Alphen? You were a slave in Calaglia before all this, weren't you?
To be completely honest, I'm not sure why I don't have one. All the other Danan slaves around me did. I was the only exception. They tended to keep their distance from me to avoid attracting any attention from the soldiers, because of my mask and all. What about you, Kisara? Do you still have your spirit core?
No. I was able to find a good Renan doctor who's sympathetic to our kind, and had them remove it before I left. They did such a great job, the procedure didn't even leave a scar.
One of the benefits of coexistence, huh?
I know that once the spirit vessel was shut down, there wasn't much need for me to hurry. But still, I didn't like having that mark of servitude lingering on me any longer than I had to. It may sound a little strange to hear me say this, but I'm just me now. Not a guardsman or a slave. I'm my own woman, and this is my chance to have a new beginning.
Alright, the one's left waiting.
This sure is one rugged road. You'd think they'd keep this at least a little better maintained, right?
Why spend energy fixing that which is rarely used? Repairs require time and effort, which in our world means slaves, often in great numbers. For you, it may be a simple request, but that can quickly become another's difficult burden. Nobody gains anything without someone expending effort.
And you know, somehow that someone always ends up being a Danan, while the Renans are the ones who gain.
True enough. Ideally, in a perfect world, I think it's only fair that the ones who need it should be the ones to perform the work.
However, when doing so could be dangerous like it is here, there are many who would prefer that it be others who risk their lives in their stead.
So, what you're saying is that people will just put up with the inconvenience until someone else comes along to fix it for them?
Indeed. And it is those who can no longer bear that feeling that inevitably take action. Much like the Danans in our group do so now. As strange as it may be to hear such a thing from the likes of myself.
It's true that most of the Danans in Calaglia have been resigned to just accepting things as they are. Still, we can't just blame them for...
What are you making that face for? You're not worn out already, are you?
Nah, just regretting I ever said anything in the first place.
Poor fellow. Alright, that's it. Mount Diara. Okay.
Hey, let's stop for a minute.
What's up? You already tired?
My armor's pretty heavy. I think I need a little rest.
Stop the cap.
I second that. All of this walking is starting to take its toll on me as well.
What? You don't look it.
We can't spare the time. There's places we need to be. Mahag-Sar's capital, Niez, is our destination right now.
But if one of us collapses, it will only serve to slow us down. And in your case, Alphen is the only one who could carry you. Best to rest while you have the opportunity.
Enough already. I need a break, so we're taking one.
I don't need you fretting over me.
Fretting? Hey, it's not like I'm...
There's a bunch of kids, bro. Damn. I'm surprised he actually
Been looking for you. For me? Why?
was able to react. Oh, Jesus. Damn.
He's tough.
Who are you? You said you were looking for me. Why?
Beautiful, precious life.
What the?
That is all I desire.
Mysterious swordsman. We didn't even get. Oh, we got our CP back. I don't care.
Ignite!
Take it down. Astral energy. Lightning attack. This one's mine. Use your healing arc.
Who the hell are you? Bastard!
This guy's not normal.
His speed's unbelievable.
You mean he even surpasses a lord?
He's just like Dante, Virgil, bro, with the die thing.
No further.
Well, that didn't work.
Take this. Freaking does it.
I'm all stuck up.
Take this.
Enjoy.
First aid. Lightning defense.
Here.
Thunder radiant.
Knock
Show me your strength.
Flash.
First aid bolt.
Infernal
Wind
torrent.
astral energy. Lightning
You're mine.
defense.
I'm not feeling so great.
Hear my call.
Eagle fly.
I mean, someone gonna heal me?
Burning strike.
Damn.
Here.
Whoa, his reaction speed is crazy, bro. What? You. Damn. As a female, bro. Chill out. Oh, the owl is angry, bro. He's after Alphen in particular, so that's kind of... That's kind of interesting. Damn.
Is that all that you've got? Very well. Then die.
Damn. Yo. Jesus.
Oh.
Yeah, the mask.
You.
Stop the cap.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Time to turn Super Saiyan. He's backing up. Damn. That was some crazy shit.
Wake up, please.
There's no way she's dead, right? Of course she's not.
Shionne.
Thanks, but you're kind of crushing me.
Sorry.
It's okay. And so am I.
If she died, I would have deleted the game. Not gonna cap, bro.
It's not as bad as it looks.
Not bad. That's... Shionne, we thought
I'm
you were...
fine. Really.
What the hell were you thinking?
Well, you were trying to protect me too, you know.
Yeah, but I have the sword. It's different.
It's not different. Besides,
Hmm?
Never mind. It's nothing. Anyway, thank you.
But I didn't... Look, I'm just glad that you're...
Alphen?
Sorry.
That guy said he'd be back. I think maybe we should get moving before he returns, right?
Rinwell has a good point. We need to go. Shionne, are you sure you're okay?
Alright, so we survived our fight with that guy.
Are you sure you're okay?
Yeah, I already applied some healing arts to it. It didn't even leave a scar.
But his sword went nearly straight through you.
I'm all right. Unless I've turned into some kind of ghost and I'm haunting you all right now.
No, I know you're not. It's just...
Look, I appreciate you looking out for me, but I'm fine. Really.
There was also that strange light that appeared when Shionne was stabbed. It seemed to make the enemy retreat when he saw it. Alphen, do you have any idea what it might have been?
A light? I don't know. I was kind of preoccupied with other things at the time.
Now that I think of it, between that light and the blazing sword, just what sort of person are you, Alphen? Can you use Danon astral arts like Rinwell, perhaps?
He wouldn't know, Dohalim. He doesn't have any memories from his past, remember? Besides, we should really be getting out of here.
I suppose you're right. Forgive me. We've almost reached Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar. With any luck, we'll find a place there for Shionne to rest.
That's so interesting, bro.
Hey.
I would say somehow Shionne and Alphen are connected. I was thinking brother sister, but I'm not sure at this point. But yeah, man, this the story of the game is already like 8 out of 10. Lineages.
Are we in the right place? This place looks like a mess.
Yes, this is Nies, the capital of Mahag Sar.
I don't see any signs of people. And the buildings.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like the kind of place people would actually live.
No soldiers, no Danons, not a soul to be seen. Yet look at these facades. This is clearly a Renin district.
Hey, check out that drawing on the castle gate. That's the Darkwing's crest. It's from an old Danon legend about a hero who defeated an evil king with a torch and their trusty owl. That's his crest. I'm sure of it.
Really? First time I'm hearing it. So if someone drew it on the gate...
It must mean the Renins have lost control of the city.
Are you suggesting the Danons rose up and defeated the Lord here? Hard to believe, but not entirely unthinkable, given the evidence.
Let's look around and see if we can find someone. They might be able to tell us what happened. This is horrible.
Is there truly
Right.
no one here?
Mahag Sars. It's a sight for sore eyes. Alright, I'm gonna stop. Pork. We love the poke. Hey, there's an all. Red rose corsage.
Maybe something's going on in the forest.
In the forest. I'm thinking this door is locked. And I was correct. This headless statue.
What are those out in the valley?
So here we are, guys, in the 5th of 6. Is it 4th or 5th? Sorry.
So they have to be big.
We're the 4th of the 5th realms. And it seems like it just seems like there was a big battle here or something. This place got attacked for sure.
All of you, stop right there. Don't move.
They have us surrounded.
They?
Who are you? Where did you come from?
You first. Show yourself.
I'm the one asking the questions here. Don't try anything funny. One wrong move, and I guarantee we'll blow you away.
What are you?
My name is Alphen. I came here from Calaglia.
Alphen? The wielder of the blazing sword?
Getting pretty famous, isn't he?
Here is my proof. Will that suffice? Or do I have to burn down one of those houses to make my point?
No need. I believe you.
Ooh, we got clout.
I'm Bayfong of the Darkwings. Sorry for threatening to blow you away.
With
We're
what?
still hunting down the remnants of the enemy forces. So everyone's more than a bit on edge right now. Please forgive me.
Remaining? Wait, you mean you already took down the Lord of this realm?
That's right. We took her weapons and turned them right back on her.
Are you the Danon leader here in Niez?
Nah, I'm just one of the commanders. Deadeye's the one who runs the show. I'd be happy to take you to him. Just one problem. The Renans. Seems the rumors you were running with them were true. You do understand, right? I mean, we only just liberated the city from their kind. Everyone's short on trust. And for good reason. Especially Deadeye. I think it'd be best if those two waited outside.
Not going to happen.
I don't think it's a good idea for us to split up. It's too dangerous.
Then it's on your head, friend. Our base is that way.
All right, so the Lord is destroyed in this area. That's
Could have
weird.
left me behind, you know.
This isn't just about you, Dohalim.
Ah, yes.
I guess even after you beat the Renans, your work's only really just begun, huh?
Yeah. This place seems like it's got a lot of issues to fix.
Let's see what this Deadeye guy is all about.
So you're Alphen, are ya? Thought you'd be bigger. Huh. Guess the armor beefs you up a bit. You've got a lot of people talking, you know. But in this town, I call the shots. You play by my rules here. Just remember that.
He seems like a nice guy.
I didn't expect you to run with a gang of women and kids. Those other lords must have been real pushovers, huh?
Seriously? Are you this rude to everyone you meet?
Don't interrupt me, you brat. Didn't your parents teach you any manners?
What, you?
So you're the one who took down the lord of this realm, huh? How'd you pull that off?
We just swiped the Renan's explosives. And then we blasted them all to hell and back.
Explosives? That's a pretty bold approach. But how'd you manage to avoid hurting your own people?
Uh-oh.
I didn't, that's how. But the chance to take out a lord was worth the sacrifice.
Wow.
And the Lord? What did this sacrifice earn you?
Unfortunately, we couldn't manage to finish her off. But now we've really got the girl on the run.
She ran? A lord?
Yeah, the lady was just a coward. She had a whole lot more bark than bite, that's for sure. She's probably hiding off in a hole somewhere. But not for long. We'll find her and drag her right back into town. Then she'll get what's coming to her.
I wouldn't be so sure. She may run, but she'll never go quietly.
Shut up, Bright Eyes! I would have run you through already if you weren't with the blazing sword here.
The whole reason you're fighting is to free the Danans in this realm, is it not? If so,
Shut your
then...
mouth, witch! That's enough!
Whoa, what's up with this guy?
You're really fighting for us Danans. Why keep these bastards around? Why haven't you killed them already?
I'm not going to kill these bastards.
Whoa. Is that the case, huh? Then tell me the point of the show.
They're my friends.
Friends? Renans are Renans. The scum-sucking bastards who've been draining our souls for 300 years now! But you know that. Maybe it's because you and the little lady are friends and more.
Damn, One Punch Man. Did he kill him?
Son of a... You'll pay for that!
That's enough. Deadeye, you know that was completely uncalled for.
This guy should be the ruler, the leader.
Get the hell out of my realm, and don't ever come back.
Your realm?
Danon's realm, and it's ours, understand? I call the shots here, and I make the rules. I do, Deadeye, leader of the Dark Way!
Yeah! Deadeye! Liberator Deadeye! You are the true leader of this realm. We're not afraid of any Bright Eyes.
It's only a matter of time before I throw every last Bright Eye out of this realm!
These guys are jokers for real, bro. They don't even have any power. Like this, that's weird. That was very awkward. That was awkward.
Hey, wait up. Told you so, didn't I? You should have left your Renan pals outside.
You don't agree with him, do you? I could tell by the look on your face in there.
That's how things are with him. He loses his temper, then I step in and calm things down.
Better you than me.
If that's all, I think it's past time we were going.
Look, I just wanted to apologize for what Deadeye said in there.
At least somebody's got some manners around here.
He didn't used to be like that. But, well, that's what losing most of your loved ones will do to a man. He may never forgive the Renans.
It's a little ironic how indistinguishable his manner is to that of a lord.
That's true.
Hey, Bayfon? Deadeye mentioned the Lord is still on the run. Any ideas where she might be?
We looked all over, but found no traces of her. We heard some rumblings about activity in Estaluva Forest, but that's it.
Estaluva, huh?
Wait, you're not going after her, are you? Certainly won't win you any favors with Deadeye.
This isn't Deadeye's war, and we're certainly not fighting it for him. Besides, it's like Shionne said, her type isn't going to go quietly.
Hey, it's your funeral. Don't say I didn't warn you.
We'll be sure to keep you out of it.
Again.
Before we set out, though, Is there anywhere around here we can rest?
Sure. Building at the end of the road, opposite side. It's all yours. We use it as temporary lodging, to house people who don't have a new place to live quite yet.
We're not going to run into any trouble there, are we?
Rumors of a certain fiery sword have spread fast. I doubt anyone will be eager to give you guys problems. And here's where I say my farewell. You're on your own, but good hunting.
Before you go, how come you don't hate the Renans as well?
Oh, believe me, I've got my bone to pick with the Renans. Just not with two of them I've never so much as laid eyes on before.
Okay.
Let's head on over to that lodge. We'll figure out what our next move is there.
All right. All right, we got an in.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference. I propose we...
Why does everybody have to be such cowards? If we don't get this taken care of, things are never going to change. What's got you down, friend? Zoogles, that's what. A pretty common variety of them, to be more specific. Rumors say it was the Lord's favorite kind of Zoogle, so people are afraid to go anywhere near them. I can understand their hesitation. If you need them gone, we are more than capable of taking care of them for you.
What the?
Hold on, pal. I don't want you to just exterminate them. If you could bring back any usable materials from them, that'll be great too. You want us to retrieve Zoogle parts? For what? Are you building something? No, not building, studying. If I can demonstrate that even fearsome, dangerous Zoogles can be used to make handy tools, that'll motivate people to hunt them more. We can't always expect folks like you to come along and solve all our problems for us, after all. So you're trying to be more self-sufficient. That's really commendable of you.
Great!
Alright, count us in. We'll see what we can do for you.
Right.
At the end of the day, these Zoogles shouldn't be ignored. Better be take care of them than someone who's in over their head looking for materials. Wonderful, you all are such a big help. Make sure to bring back any materials you find. I'll be happy to compensate you for it. City renewal. Oh, that's gonna be nice. Give display priority, I guess. Alright, we need to go ahead and upgrade our people. Finding the bright eyes takes its toll. Bright eyes. Oh, so now people are here. That's fair. What? Are you the blazing sword of Caligia? I hate that name. Calaglia? You're welcome to stay here if you like, but just don't cause any trouble while you're here, understand?
That Deadeye creep certainly has a few screws loose, that's for sure.
Forget that guy. Right now, we need to discuss how we're going to proceed.
What's there to discuss? Deadeye and his crew have already brought down the Lord here. Just let them finish her off.
I want to go after her.
I second that. I think it's the best thing to do right now. We don't know if the Darkwings have what it takes to beat her. I'm worried what'll happen if we leave her to her own devices.
You make a good point, Rinwell. And maybe I'm just being overconfident, but between us and them, I think we have a better chance at defeating her.
I have to agree. This realm isn't going to be truly safe as long as that Lord is still running around out there. We need to act.
Fine by me, but isn't Deadeye just gonna take all the credit once we're done?
Our job is to break down the walls that oppress Dana. What he chooses to build in their place, that's his problem. For now, we'll head to this Estaluva forest Bayfon told us about. Whatever we decide to do, though, we should take some time to rest first. We've barely stopped since Menancia.
Alright. Why are her sparks going off? Something's wrong.
Where are you going?
Alphen.
You should get some rest. What's got you up at this hour?
Just let me be for a minute, okay? Why don't you go back to the inn?
I will when you do.
Have it your way.
Shionne. The Lord's days are numbered. I haven't forgotten our promise. You can trust me, you know. Maybe even lean on me a little. If you want.
And if I say I will you finally give it a rest?
Yeah, of course. Try to get some rest, okay?
What was all that about?
He loves you. Thank you guys for 10 likes.
Thank you.
Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, there's someone with a mission.
Oh, yeah?
Rice, potatoes, beef, and some spices.
Right.
Damn!
Hey!
Yeah, it's a good game. I never really messed around with the mods on that game though. I'm supposed to, but Bloodborne is one of them games that's just gonna be around forever.
Ah, got sand in my eyes.
The winds are strong here.
No need to rush.
Ugh, even
Alpha Withered Wolf.
I never miss. These ones get ripped around us. Air thrust. Lightning container. Thunderblade. Cover the captain. Radiant pierce.
I'll finish you here now! Damn it! It's too fast!
10 back. I'll trip it up.
Take this! Come and face me! Here I come! Double demon fang! Infernal torrent! Swallow blade! We're cleaning house.
let me take the rest of them.
Someone's feeling lively.
Whoa.
Take this! Strike! You're finished! Double demon fang! Lightning thrust! Rising falcon!
Hold up. Is this as valuable as I think it is?
There's another one.
What do you say we check back in on the ramp?
Nice. Alright, first things first. We need to rest. Yo, Horizon, what's up? Do you think Ghost EU will ever be fixed? I'm not sure, bro. It might be an L for a little bit at least.
So intently.
Shionne's kind of turned into the local fashion critic in our group.
So this is what lords like you wear. Certainly looks the part. I can tell at a glance what high quality everything is.
It's not often Shionne's that impressed. You wear a lot of rings too, don't you?
They were a gift. Purchased rather cheaply, or so I was told.
What's your definition of cheap exactly?
I believe it was around 100 to 200,000 gold.
What? If my wolf head cost 10 gold, then that'd mean... Holy crap! They cost 1,000 times more?
10,000 times more.
If he sold those things off, I bet he could build a damn mansion with them.
At the very least, he'd never go hungry the rest of his life.
You're all beginning to sound alarmingly interested in my rings.
You're so amazing, Kisara. You can cook, you can fix weapons. I feel like there's practically nothing you can't do.
Maybe you should take a page out of her book and learn to make yourself more useful then.
I'd be happy to teach you if you want, Rinwell. I learned most everything I know from my brother.
Really? Even how to sew and do laundry?
Yes, indeed. He knew how to do anything.
Sounds like he was a pretty handy guy when he was alive.
He was. I'd always follow him around and badger him with questions. I was a real pain in the neck. Now that I think about it, he and Legil were the ones who taught me how to raise cats, too.
Legil is that woman who was with him in the Gold Dust Cats, right? I remember now. The one with the really pretty hair.
Funny you mention that. He also taught me how to maintain my hair. Not that those lessons stopped it from getting all tangled up during training.
I think it still looks gorgeous.
From what I can tell, it would appear as though the only thing he didn't manage to teach you was how to apply makeup.
No, but that didn't stop him from trying. He really wanted to teach me everything. Only reason he couldn't was because I prioritized my training.
And here I was trying to make a joke.
I can't tell if she's being serious. The only one here who knows him well enough was her.
Yeah, I guess only Miguel could have told us if it's actually true. Dohalim, you forgot to take care of the fire yesterday.
What do you mean, take care of? Ah, yes. You meant to put it out?
Yep. If it stays lit, we could end up in real trouble real fast.
I see. I apologize for not realizing that. I shall be more careful in the future.
The way he's talking, it's like the thought of putting it out himself never even occurred to him.
Moving on, Dohalim, I should mention that the clasp for your cape is about to come undone.
Oh yes, I tried to fix that myself, but it simply refused to cooperate with me.
I can't believe I'm hearing this. Are you telling me Renans can't even dress themselves?
Lords like Dohalim have attendants that take care of just about everything they need, so I'm not surprised he sometimes struggles with the basics.
Even by those standards, you've got to admit this is still a little extreme.
Shionne has got a point. I mean, you don't see Renans like her needing so much help to get stuff done.
In my case, circumstances forced me to learn how to be independent. Even so, I still think Dohalim could afford to pick up a few more self-sufficient skills.
Well, specifically speaking, what would you suggest that I learn?
For starters, I think it'd be good for you to learn how to dress. And put on shoes. How to comb your hair is equally important. And learning to manage your possessions better. And then from there...
She sounds like his mom rattling all that off.
Oh, and another thing. About your owl, Rinwell.
What is it?
When he starts to molt, would you be willing to give me his old feathers? I think I could find a use for them.
What do you intend to do with those?
Well, recently, I haven't been sleeping well. However, I hear pillows made from owl feathers are very comfortable and wish to make one.
This is why I hate you, Renans!
Did I say something offensive?
Next time, put your own needs aside for a second and think about how someone might react first. Then consider if it's worth asking at all. Alphen, have you been washing your clothes? It may not be my place to say this, but... frankly, they're starting to stink.
Yeah. Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I did any laundry.
I'll wash them for you if you want. Just remember to give them to me the next time you get changed.
Oh, okay. Sure. Thanks, Kisara.
And, Law, Rinwell, yours are starting to look a bit ragged.
What do you expect? Of course they're going to tear up when we're out there fighting so much.
Yeah, but it's still kind of embarrassing, having it pointed out like this.
And Shionne?
I wouldn't touch me if I were you.
Of course. My apologies. All I wanted to say was that your sleeves are getting a little bit dirty.
You don't need to worry so much, Kisara. It's only natural our clothes are gonna get a little dirty while we're traveling around.
That's no excuse. Your outward appearance says a lot about your inner well-being.
Now you've really set her off.
Suffice to say, it would appear that the traditions of the Guard are still alive and well within her.
What do you mean? What do the Guardsmen do that's so special?
Mostly, I'm simply referring to the fact that they're a very regimented and cleanly group of people.
Do I really sound that weird to you guys? Keeping your clothes clean and mended is completely normal to me.
Don't get us wrong. We appreciate the thought, Kisara. But we've got a long journey ahead. It wouldn't hurt to relax your standards. Just a little.
If you're sure. I wasn't trying to overdo it, I promise. However, if it's making the rest of you tense, I'll do my best to tone it down from here on out. Still, if everyone could bring their laundry and clothes they want fixed, that'd be great. I'll take care of it all for you guys tonight.
Don't you ever get tired?
This is our first dance, so it's all good. Alright, so we are a bit stronger, just a bit. I got my boy with the big sword. Alright, let's jump back in, boys. Alright. You gotta... You gotta book it over there.
Something feels odd here. Be on your guard.
Well, we should have rested. Oh, crap. Hey, hold on. Let's check the status. Let's see. All the way down, bro. Oh, come on.
What a rush.
Yeah. Let's go once again.
Oh man, I hope I live long enough to regret this.
Your hide as thick as armor never fits.
You're mine!
It's almost too strong. It'll split it open.
Be my guest!
Armor won't save me on a wall now.
Here I come!
Now or never.
Right, I'll stop this time.
Thanks, Kisara.
You're my... It's on! It's over!
Do it.
Rising fell.
Look sharp!
Lightning Tiger Blade. See that?
That training's paying off!
In here.
Strike! Double demon blade!
Look here. I'm out. My astral
Burn!
Swallow dance. You're mine.
Take this!
Here.
Slash! First strike! Double demon blade!
Here I go. You're mine. Lightning orb.
Talon Hurricane.
You're mine! Lightning thrust!
Raging storm. Here's a healing art. Dance in the wind.
Double demon fang!
Sleep now.
Swallow dance.
Let's get you up.
A comfortable win.
There's nobody here. It's been nothing but Zeugles. No lords, no Renin forces.
They have to be holed up somewhere, right?
From the look of things, I don't think anybody's been here for a while. If anyone was here, they're long gone now.
That can't be.
Look out!
We'll figure this out later. Right now, this thing needs dealing with.
I don't understand. Did Baseball lie?
He didn't seem the type to lead us on a wild goose chase.
Hey, save your questions until after we manage to finish this thing.
Thank you. Go for the weak point. Here's a healing art. First aid. Here goes. Photon. Here. Air thrust. Photon. Here. I'm out of ammo.
Eat this.
First aid.
That's fun.
Lightning orb. It wasn't weak.
First strike. Watch this.
I'll try harder. My turn.
Photon. Dance in the
Be
wind.
still. Take
Air
it.
thrust. Photon flash.
Here, let me help.
Rising hurricane. You're mine.
Eagle side.
Swallow blade.
Whirlwind.
Where are you
Leave the
going?
ensnaring to me.
Yeah. And bubbling to me.
Dance in the wind.
Lightning thrust.
I'll smash you.
Air thrust. I'm out of ammo.
I'm on it. Watch this.
Now see that you don't get in trouble again.
This looks like handy.
Here,
let me help.
I owe you one.
Eat this.
Here's our call. Got it.
Take this.
Now's our chance.
Swallow blade. Try this.
Here's my call. One.
Eat dirt.
Photon. Lightning blast.
Far enough.
Thunder blade. Here's a healing art.
Dazzle.
First
strike. Rising
I'll
rocket.
end you. Whoa, whoa,
away!
Light Astral Lightning Condemn! Thunderblade!
I'm on it! Destruction! We're done!
Here's a healing arc!
Thrust! Take this! Break it, does it! You're mine! Lightning thrust!
Dance in the wind! Here's the evil
You're mine!
lightning condemn!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw! Eat this!
Here's a healing arc!
Now I'm in the groove!
Your dreams!
Eagle Fly! You're mine! Storm! Take this!
I'm only getting
Now
started!
you see what I can do! Even better!
This one's mine!
No further!
Raging Storm!
You're mine!
One more!
Try this! Infernal
Lightning
Torrent!
condemn!
Burn in hell!
Do it! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Here's a healing arc! Where are you going? Raging Storm!
Blade!
Here goes! Go get it!
Amazing.
Eagle Fly! Go through!
Here, let me help.
More?
First aid! The enemy is going all
I'm
out!
on it!
Water! Hear my call! Spread! Glacial Spear! Here's the ring again!
You're my... No escape! Try harder! My turn! Here comes something big!
Try to dodge!
Double Demon Fang!
Thunderblade!
Try harder!
Reload!
Take
Here's a healing arc! First
Damn it!
aid! Can't be swallowed!
No further! Eagle Fly! What's this?
Here, let me help.
First aid!
It's go time!
Lightning
Swallow
condemn!
Blade! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down!
Silver Dragon! You picked the wrong fight!
Radiant
Swallow
primed
Blade!
and ready!
Try this!
I'm out!
Infernal Cow!
Radiant Blade!
Come on, a
Where
roll
are you
now.
going? Tunnels!
Nothing gets by me. Here, let me
You're
help.
mine!
Lightning condemn!
It's over!
Thunderblade!
You're mine!
Field!
Swallow Blade!
Don't mind if I do!
Infernal Torrent!
Raging
You're mine! Swallow Blade!
The earth throbbed
Here,
with
let me
pain.
help.
First aid! Steel Force! The enemy is going all out! I'm only getting started!
I can carve through armor!
Lightning Orb! Lightning condemn! Here's a healing arc!
Here I come!
First aid!
Double deep! Try harder! My turn!
It's about to strike!
Look sharp, everyone! Try harder!
Lightning! Here's a healing arc!
It's on! You're my... Slash! Watch it!
Radiant damn it!
Not today! Talon Hurricane!
Here's a healing arc!
Slash! Dragon! Try this! Infernal Torrent!
Air thrust! It looks like you got this covered! Here's a healing... Where are you going? The picture of hell!
I'll tear you apart! The finishing blow!
You'll need to beat me to it, kid.
I'll take on that challenge!
Glacial Spear!
Eagle Fly!
Don't mind if I do! Thunder Field! The enemy is going
Not
all
today.
out!
Ready? You may be strong, but I'll never back down!
This'll come in handy!
Dragon Shout! I'll smash you! Slash! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here's a healing arc!
Take this! Thanks!
Hear my call!
Take this!
In here!
Try harder!
Flame of fury!
My turn! Take this!
Light Astral Energy! More where that came from! Thunder Field! Dance in the wind! Radiant now! I'll get you all tucked away!
It's finished!
Let's do it! Flame of fury! Glacial Spear! Here's evil!
Infernal Torrent!
Sleep now!
Swallow Blade! Try harder! Sonic Thrust! You're down!
I never miss!
Do it! Can't get here!
This one's got your name on it!
Ashes to ashes!
That was fun.
So much for finding the Lord. Come on, let's get back to Niaz.
Shionne, calm down. This isn't like you. What's wrong? Talk to me.
It's none of your concern.
Even after everything we've been through together?
The two of us are only helping each other because our interests overlap, remember?
Are you serious? You helped me come to terms with Zephyr's death. You put your life on the line to save me. Don't tell me you did all that out of necessity. That it was only because we have a common goal. Fine.
Huh?
You don't want to answer? Then I'll do whatever I like from now on, too. Clearly, I'm just bothering you. So it doesn't matter if you tell me what's on your mind. But that doesn't mean I'm going to stop looking out for you. Not now, not ever.
That's not fair. Why can't you just leave me alone? You don't know the first thing about me.
But I do. I know you care about the pain of others. You care, Shionne. That's why I want to help.
Because of my thorns, I thought I had been doomed to a life of solitude. Until the day I died, I knew I would be alone.
And now?
The truth is, I'm trying to end my curse and get rid of my thorns.
Get rid of? There's a way to do that? Really?
I'm not completely sure. All I know is there's a chance. But that's the reason I need the Renis Alma.
The Renis Alma?
The Master Core to end all Master Cores. It is bestowed upon the winner of the Crown Contest, the new Sovereign, as proof of their victory. It must be assembled from all 5 Master Cores.
Oh.
That's why taking down the Lords is so important to you. But Shionne, you're not in this alone. If there's a chance we can rid you of your thorns, I'll be by your side the whole way.
That includes us, right?
Like it or not, you're going to have to get used to relying on us every now and then.
What kind of friends would we be otherwise?
Thank you.
Dahnan Liberation and the Renis Alma. Looks like we've got our work cut out for us. If we have any hope of finding this Lord and their Master Core, we start by heading back to Niaz.
Man, who would have thought we'd ever get thanked by Shionne?
Alright.
Like someone wants me to grab their arm.
You're level 25. Dang.
I'm joking. Damn, you're scary sometimes.
Let's get some R1s.
I just don't know, man.
Don't know what?
Deadeye managed to drive out a real live Renin Lord. That's incredible. And he seems to have a lot of supporters surrounding him too. But he's got an attitude worse than any angry Zoogle. Plus, Niaz is in utter ruins. I don't have a clue what his game is.
The Renins are powerful. And because of that, it takes a strong leader to have any hope of toppling them. However, when you take down one dictator only to replace them with another, ultimately it's just business as usual.
If it'd been Zephyr instead of Deadeye, I don't think things would have turned out like this.
Rinwell.
Yeah, I think so too. Zephyr did things differently top to bottom. He's not the kind of person who would have forced his own views or decisions on other people. When you do that, you're ruling over others, not leading them.
To be honest, I don't know what I would have wanted my dad to do if he was in that position.
Law.
The whole thing feels weird in a way. It's a weird kind of feeling, but at the same time, part of me also feels happy. Deadeye and my dad are two very different men. For now, I'm content knowing that.
I can't believe this. To think they would give us a bad lead like that. Where could that lord actually be?
Beats me. That said, there's no point wandering around aimlessly trying to look for her. We should head back to Nias for now.
What's wrong, Kisara?
Oh, I was just thinking about what it meant for there to be castles here on Dana. People build castles to protect things that are important for one reason or another. But not simply that. They're also used to project a ruler's power.
So what you're saying is, even before the Renans invaded, the Danans were still being ruled over. It was just by other Danans.
That's most likely the case, yeah. Though who knows how they led their people.
But after seeing Deadeye, I can't picture them being all that benevolent themselves.
What if it's in everyone's nature to rule over and control others? What are we supposed to do about that?
If it really is in our nature, then no. All that means is we have all the more reason to fight it. That's all there is to it.
By all appearances, it would seem she was researching something here.
You think so? What kind of research could she have been doing in a place like this?
Your guess is as good as mine. Hardly anything the likes of us could imagine.
If we assume it was because this area is rich in astral energy, then it's possible she could have been doing any number of things.
Indeed. Renan castles and spirit vessels are often found in such locations. Intriguingly, Danan ruins are also known for their abundant energy.
You Renans attacked us. Don't act like you're just some...
Sheesh, enough already! This isn't the place to pick a fight over this.
How can you be so calm listening to all of this? You suffered at the hands of guys like him too.
I mean, I wouldn't say I'm calm.
Alright, so we're heading back to Nias. All we need to do is go here, here, and here. And Nias.
About damn time. Took long enough.
But that's...
Right. I can't wait.
Head on over to the plaza.
What's going on? It seems busier here than before.
Hey, look! Isn't that Bayfon over there?
Ah, there you are. It seems I owe you all an apology. I'm guessing you didn't find the Lord back in the forest, did you?
No, but something tells me you already knew that.
That I did. Turns out I bit down on some bad intel when I should have known better. Apparently, Deadeye's not as trusting of me as I thought.
But why would he feed you bad intel?
My guess? He wanted me to lead you all astray. Make sure you weren't sniffing around where he didn't want you to be. While you were off in the forest, I got word that one of our squads captured the Lord. The place wasn't even close to where you were searching.
I see. Well, the important thing is that you finally caught her. Did you suffer many casualties?
You're not going to believe this, but she didn't even put up a fight. She had no escort either.
Well, what about her Master Core? Was it recovered?
Sorry. They only briefed me on the basics. For now, Deadeye's getting ready to make his victory speech out in the plaza. In the meantime, I've been ordered to set up a defense perimeter around the outside of the city. So I'll be out of town for a while. I imagine Deadeye will announce what he intends to do with the Lord during his speech. You'll have to let me know how it goes. Anyway, until next time.
Alright, so...
A Renin Lord surrendering without a fight? Something doesn't add up here.
I'm afraid I can't say I know much of her lordship personally.
There's a lot about this that doesn't make sense. The Master Core is a concern too. Let's stick around like Bayfon suggested and see what happens. We don't leave until we get to the bottom of this.
Alright.
How's this?
All right!
If you don't have anything to do until Deadime's victory speech, you should wait here. I'll give you a room to use in the meantime. Once it's time for the big event, I'll come and get you. Okay. I think